Most engine wear happens not during high-speed driving, but during cold starts. Why? Because the engine oil hasn't fully circulated. Metal components are slightly contracted, and the engine hasn't reached its ideal operating temperature. Understanding what happens during these first minutes can save hundreds, even thousands, in long-term repair costs. Let's break it down step by step and cover the common mistakes, what really happens inside your engine, and best practices for cold weather driving. What happens inside a cold engine? When you start a cold engine, several things happen simultaneously. 1. Oil is thick and slow to circulate. Even modern multi-grade oils thicken in cold temperatures. At freezing or below, oil can flow several times slower than at normal operating temperatures. This means engine parts are technically moving without full lubrication for a brief period. That's normal, but it also explains why gentle driving at the start is critical. 2. Batteries lose efficiency in the cold. At 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius, most car batteries lose roughly 30% of their cranking power. At -4 degrees Fahrenheit, -20 degrees Celsius, it can be closer to 50%. That's why some cars struggle to start in extreme cold. A healthy battery and proper winter maintenance can prevent many startup headaches. 3. Fuel doesn't vaporize as well. Engines rely on fuel being sprayed in a fine mist. When it's cold, fuel atomization is less effective. That's why engines temporarily run richer mixtures during warm-up. They need extra fuel to maintain combustion. Modern fuel injection systems handle this automatically, so pressing the gas pedal during start is often counterproductive. 4. High cold idle. Most modern engines raise idle to roughly 1,200 to 1,500 RPM when cold. This prevents stalling, circulates oil, warms the engine faster, and warms the catalytic converter so it can start processing emissions more efficiently. It may feel fast at first, but it's intentional and protective. 5. Metal contraction. All metals contract when cold. Pistons, cylinder walls, bearings, and other moving parts aren't at their optimal size immediately. Until they reach normal operating temperature, friction is slightly higher. This is a mechanical reality of all engines, new or old, and is why aggressive revving immediately after startup can increase wear. Common cold start mistakes. Now that we know what's happening, let's go over the mistakes most drivers make. Mistake 1. Revving the engine immediately. Revving a cold engine may sound fun, but your pistons, bearings, and cylinder walls aren't fully lubricated yet. This leads to increased wear, especially in modern engines with tighter tolerances. What to do instead? Start the engine. Wait about 30 to 60 seconds, then drive gently. Modern fuel-injected engines are designed to adjust fuel and ignition automatically, so extra revving isn't needed. Mistake 2. Long idling to warm up. In the past, long idling was common advice. Modern engines, however, warm faster under light driving than sitting idle. Extended idling keeps the engine rich longer, can dilute oil, and delays the catalytic converter reaching its working temperature. What to do instead? Start the car, wait half a minute for oil to circulate, then drive gently with RPMs under 2,500 to 3,000 for the first few minutes. This balances lubrication, combustion efficiency, and emissions control. Mistake 3. Short trips without full warm-up. Repeated short trips where the engine never reaches full operating temperature can trap moisture and combustion byproducts in oil and exhaust. Over time, this can lead to sludge, corrosion, and accelerated engine wear. Tip: if you drive mainly short trips, occasionally take a longer drive to fully warm up the engine and evaporate moisture from the oil and exhaust system. Mistake 4. Using the wrong oil viscosity. Oil that's too thick slows circulation, increasing wear. Oil that's too thin can reduce protection. Always follow the manufacturer's recommended viscosity for your climate. In very cold areas, winter-grade oils, like 0W20 or 5W30, are designed to flow quickly at low temperatures. Mistake 5. Shutting down turbocharged engines immediately. Turbochargers spin at up to 200,000 RPM and reach extremely high temperatures. After spirited driving or highway speeds, shutting off the engine immediately can cause residual oil in the turbo to overheat and form carbon deposits on the bearings. Solution: let the car idle for 30 to 60 seconds after hard driving to allow oil to continue circulating and cool the turbo. Normal city driving usually doesn't require this step, but it's good practice for high-load driving. Mistake 6. Driving aggressively before transmission warms up. Automatic transmission fluid is thicker in cold temperatures. Shifting hard immediately after startup can lead to harsh engagement and additional wear on clutch packs and valve bodies. Tip: gentle acceleration. For the first few minutes ensures smoother engagement and reduces stress on transmission components. Mistake 7. Cranking the heater to full blast immediately. Forcing cold coolant through the heater core at maximum speed pulls heat away from the engine during the first few minutes. This slightly slows engine warm-up. Tip: keep the heater on low until the temperature gauge reaches roughly a quarter of its scale, then adjust as needed. Special considerations: diesel engines. Diesel engines rely on glow plugs to preheat combustion chambers. Give your diesel a little extra warm-up time, around 30 seconds longer than gasoline, before driving gently, especially in sub-freezing temperatures. Extreme cold. In very cold climates, below -20 degrees Celsius / -4 degrees Fahrenheit, block heaters are extremely useful. They maintain coolant and oil at a temperature that allows easier starts, reduces strain on the starter, and improves battery efficiency. Fuel quality. Use fuel from reputable stations, especially in winter. Cheaper fuels may lack winter additives, which can lead to gelling in diesel or slightly slower combustion in gasoline engines. Winter maintenance checklist. Coolant. Ensure it's rated for your winter temperatures. Battery. Load test to confirm effective cold cranking capacity. Fuel system. Inspect lines, filters, and remove any water or contaminants. Oil. Ensure it's the correct viscosity for your climate. How to start your car in cold weather. Step by step. Start the engine. Don't press the gas pedal. Wait 30 to 60 seconds for oil pressure to stabilize. Drive gently, keeping RPMs moderate. Avoid towing, hard acceleration, or high speeds until the engine and transmission warm up. If turbocharged after spirited driving, idle 30 to 60 seconds before shutting off. In extreme cold, consider a block heater for added protection. Following these steps reduces wear, protects your turbo and transmission, and improves fuel efficiency while preventing long-term engine damage. Key takeaways: cold start wear is real but manageable. Modern engines are designed to handle cold starts, but proper technique improves longevity. Light driving and moderate RPMs during warm-up are better than idling. Use recommended oil, maintain the battery, and inspect fuel/coolant systems. Block heaters and extra caution for diesel or turbocharged engines help in extreme cold. Even small adjustments in your winter driving routine can save hundreds in repairs and extend the life of your engine. Finally, winter maintenance matters. Make sure your coolant is rated for the temperatures you experience, your battery is tested before winter, and your fuel system and filters are in good condition. These steps do more for cold weather reliability than any single driving trick. If you take it easy during the first few minutes after startup and keep up with basic maintenance, you significantly reduce long-term wear and improve engine life without wasting fuel by idling too long. Hit subscribe and join our community of drivers who actually know how to care for their cars. Don't miss the next tip that could save you thousands. Thanks for watching.